Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. This is part 7 of my 2k to 1 million challenge. I am going to call it a challenge now because I think it's going to be a challenge, but I think it's doable. I'm just not sure how long it's going to take. I'm kind of hoping I can do it in 2 years, but we'll have to see. If it's longer, that's not a big deal, is it? But anyway. Now, what is a big deal is the fact that, I'm only about 200 subscribers off 5,000. If you're not subscribed, go on, please just click it now. You'll absolutely make my weekend if you do that. Okay, so what we're going to do today, is harvest the farms on the Maiar exchange, because this one's at $18 and the ride one is at $17.50. Now, a lot of people have been getting a little bit confused with the calculator thing. Now, the calculator, it's this thing here. The calculator is designed by R.S. Hildebrandt, who is a viewer. The idea is if you harvest too early and then reinvest, the kind of gains you make get swallowed up by the fees that you pay, and if you harvest too late, then you kind of miss out on the gains you could have had by compounding your gains. So the idea is that you have this optimum time when it's best to harvest and then reinvest. Now, it is worth pointing out this phrase here that RS put, harvesting too late is better than too early. So remember that. Now, what you need to do is just put in these figures here. The principal amount we're dealing with, I did have this set at 1,000 because I was doing it per farm. But I think because the farms are kind of equal size, I think what we'll do, we'll harvest both farms at the same time and then restake them in one go. By doing that, the fee for harvest and staking, so that'll be 22 plus 20, which would be 44 cents. So let's just put 44 cents in there. And we're going to be dealing with the whole farm, which is worth about $2,000. Now, the percentages, we're coming out of these farms here. So this one's 261%, and this one is 230. So let's have an average in between. So let's say like 240, and then we're going to put it into this farm at 164. So we want 240 here and 164 here. Okay, so this is telling me that we should be harvesting every $35. That's for both farms, so we can actually regard that $35 as the total we're going to harvest, and that should take 65 hours to reoccur. It's probably worth putting the price of EGLD in here, which is about 200 today. That just changes these prices a little bit, but not much. Now, remember, if you want a copy of this calculator, the link for it is in the description of the video, and all you need to do is just go File and make a copy. You don't need to ask me for access, you just need to do that. And then you've got your own copy that you can customize as well. On this tab here, you've also got table here. This is these figures I got from compounddaily.org, I think it's called. It's a compound interest calculator, and it was just basically to work out how much we need to sort of achieve on a daily basis to get from $2,000 to $1 million in 625 days. And the idea is that, if we can get the dollar value to be something like these for each day, then, we're on track to get to $1 million in 625 days. If it takes a bit longer, as I say, it's not a big deal, but, this is the kind of compounding idea we're talking about. Now, I appreciate we can't compound every day because at the moment the farm's not making enough here and here to be able to compound on a daily basis, but the 1%, that's going to rely on the price of the actual assets, so you've got like Ride, eGold and MEX itself, which I hope are going to go up in value over the next sort of 2 years anyway. I mean, eGold, certainly, I think that's just going to do really, really well. And by the way, if you've not got enough, I'd buy some while it's less than $200, because I think that's a bargain, really. Okay, so let's do the harvesting. So I'm going to harvest this one here. Okay, yeah, you can see the fee here is like 9 cents. And then harvest this one here, and that one's 10 cents. Okay. So I think the figures are about right. Now, in an ideal world, what we'd be able to do is to put, the output of these farms back into these farms, but we can't do that because you'd need eGold to combine it with to make more LP tokens. Which, if you have got eGold on the side, then do that. But for the sake of this challenge, we haven't got that, so that's not something we can do. So what we have to do instead is put it into this farm here, which appreciably doesn't have quite the same percentage as we'd like, but it's the best we can do right now. So I just go stake and select the OK MEX. Okay, and stake. So yeah, the fee for that was actually 25. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to record the value here. So that's 2000 whatever. I'm going to put that in here, and I'm also going to put EGLD MEX F LP tokens. So that's EGLD MEX F. There you go. So that's that. Now that won't change because we're not adding to the farm, but I just wanted to put it in there anyway, just to make things clear. eGold ride 1, that shouldn't change either. Okay, so they're not going to change. I just wanted to do that just to confirm that they're not going to change. Then what is going to change is the MEX farm one. So that's here. Okay, so that's 210,000. Okay, so that's actually what we've earned so far, is 210,544 LK MEX. And you can see here that I did actually start off like kind of yesterday as day 0, because that's when I did this table. But what we'd be aiming to get from would be like 2000 to 2020 today. So we're at 2,115. But yeah, you get the idea. I mean, the way this is going to work is, if we have the days there, and then, the projected value there, and then we use our actual real value, and then we create a graph from that, a chart rather. So that gives a chart like this, and this is obviously what we're trying to achieve. So you can see initially you're talking about quite a small increase each day, and then after kind of 400 days or so, it starts to increase really rapidly, and then that's how you get to 1 million. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I've been looking at the price of Bitcoin, and I think it's going to go up, and I'll tell you why. Is because I've got this trade open on ByBit, and it's long. I'm currently $26 down, but look, the funding rate is negative. That means the longs are being paid to keep their positions open. Now that to me implies that everyone's going short, so everyone's expecting the price to drop. And in my experience, when things are like that, it doesn't happen. The price usually goes the other way. So I'm actually quite confident it's gonna moon quite soon. So as I was saying the other day, what we needed to do is to break this blue line here and then shoot up. When it does that, it'll take eGold with it and everything else, and everyone will be well happy. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, do give it a like. If you want to be a millionaire, do subscribe and tick the notification bell. If you don't want to be a millionaire, have fun staying poor and click dislike twice. And above all, tell your friends.